Hello, and welcome to Nerdling Square, where we love nerd stuff more than Bungie likes horrifying us with Halo music. I'm Kyle.
I'm Eric.
We're gonna talk about video games. You can take that off now. um, we've realized that in the time of
Even more, yeah.
all in the times that we made these videos, we initially said we were gonna talk about video games, and we haven't talked about video games once, except for like Dragon Ball games, I think.
Yeah.
But we decided today we're gonna take time to talk about our favorite video games and how video games have evolved over the years that we've been alive or just in general. But first off, we'd like to wish you a happy new year in all its glory and everything like that. So, in that, yes, in Eric's wonderful voice. Eric,
Mm-hmm.
let's start with. Just want to do this by genre?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, might as well. We'll go fighting games, and I'm not going to include wrestling in this, like
Yeah.
WWE games. We're not including that.
That I'm gonna be honest, and this is gonna be controversial, and I already know one of you in the comments are going to say this. I consider it a sport game.
Agreed.
And
Same
so,
with UFC.
yeah, they're sports games. They're not in the fighting game realm. But I'll guess I'll go first, and mine's got to be Tekken. I love Tekken. Tekken is everyone's like, oh, Street Fighter. I'm like, I like Tekken. Like it. I've been playing it since I think the second one is the first one I played, and I don't know. I've been hooked.
Yeah, that's fair. I won't lie to you. I can't get into Tekken. I don't know what it is. It could be the controls and the combos and everything.
Yeah.
I'm just not with it, you could say. Me personally, and this won't be controversial. Mortal Kombat. I've played Mortal Kombat since I think it was Mortal Kombat 2, actually.
Oh wow.
I owned a Super Nintendo and I played it. It was fantastic. I mean, fatalities were incredibly hard to remember, but
Look at all that pixelated blood.
exactly. But I think I've played every single Mortal Kombat that has come out since then too. So like two all the way to Mortal Kombat 1 that has came out about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago.
That doesn't get confusing.
Yeah, they rewrote the universe. If you haven't played Mortal Kombat, you'll understand. Or if you have, you'll understand. If you
Play.
haven't, I'm sorry.
I play. I think you should play probably 9 up to 1. I
Play
think.
9, when then you'll play Mortal Kombat X, and then 11, and then you gotta play the Ultimate Collection from 11
And then
DLC, and then
yeah.
you play the new one, which is Mortal Kombat 1. And you'll understand what I mean when you look at
Yeah.
it. But why Tekken, Eric?
Why? It's just one of those ones that kind of it's more based, like reality based versus like oh extra,
Magic.
yeah. I mean there is magic in it. I'm not gonna lie. There's like ancient deities and stuff. It's just to me it felt I don't. There's a lot of fluid to it.
That's
Like
fair.
and then especially now with a getting freaking Clive from Final Fantasy 16, which I'll go on a tangent later once we get farther in the video, but that blew my mind.
Yes. For me, for Mortal Kombat, I won't lie to you, it's because of the gore. 100%. Or I remember watching my father play Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance on the
That was dope.
PS2. And seeing the women in revealing clothing. I was a kid back then.
No, no, yeah.
Years ago.
Speaking of Mortal Kombat, the '90s movies, just real quick,
Best theme song. That's for sure, though.
but no, I understand. Like, it didn't really appeal. I mean, nowadays it appeals to me, but like when
Came out.
it just didn't.
Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna change it up. I think we're gonna go. So there's maybe 100 genres we can go. If
There's
not,
a
there's
lot more.
subgenres. There's genres, subgenres,
Genres and
everything
genres
like
of
that.
genres, you know.
So I'm gonna go. We're gonna go open world,
Ooh, that's
but we're gonna go just name a couple and say why kind of thing. And if you'd like, I can go first.
yeah. You go.
I'm actually gonna go. It's a little newer than like 90s and everything. It's about 2000s. Is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Mm-hmm.
And San Andreas was great. CJ's story was captivating, and also it had some amazing cheat codes. That's why I liked it the best, is the cheat codes.
Yeah.
It was also a great world. You start in normal Los Santos or LA, and then you'd go to the county area, or
Yeah.
like the countryside, pretty much. And then finally, you'd end it off in the casino, and that's where I found out I like to gamble as well. But it was
Right age of 13.
pretty much, yeah. I started young. Eric, what about you? Like, in a sense of an open world, you name one, I name one, and then we'll go from there.
Honestly, I didn't get into open world, like fully open world games until recently, and that was with The Witcher 3. Like that
I can understand
that is like I like story. I don't like
that. Yeah.
fetching 70 different things. Like that drives me nuts.
I can get behind that. Me, I've always been an open world person. I've liked it. I like the free. Like, don't get me wrong. I love games that are linear. You got this
Yeah.
one level, do it. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I do like the freedom of an open world game, and I'm actually gonna go with one of the most well known open world games, and that's Skyrim.
That's a good one. That definitely is
I
up
will
there.
foosbro myself all over that map.
Um, well, and then I'm actually wearing the shirt for it. Red Dead. Red Dead. Like so Witcher 3. So I did play Red Dead. I didn't really care for it. Witcher 3 kind of threw me back in that, but Red Dead, the first one, I actually really enjoyed it. It was different. It wasn't just GTA hashtag Wild West.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially what everyone thought it was going to be too.
Yeah. So it definitely caught me on that one.
Okay. We're gonna do one more open world each, and then we'll move to the next genre. I'm gonna say this could be controversial. You never know. Cyberpunk. And now it's not just because of Keanu Reeves. Just if anyone says anything, although that's like a very good reason. So.
Funny enough, that was going to be mine too.
Yeah, Cyberpunk is so good. Like
Post
once
patch.
they fixed it, yeah, once
post
they
patch.
fixed it, T-posing everywhere.
Real quick, so we can get to the next genre. Mine is also Cyberpunk, but that first mission you do with Jackie and he gets on his bike, I walked out of the building and his bike was riding up the building, and it's just like he's just sitting on air. This was pre-patch, and I'm like, this story's so good, but oh my god.
Yeah, it was. It's. It hits you in the feels too.
It does.
And if you have, either way, Cyberpunk Edge Runners
I was
on
gonna say,
Netflix.
yep, especially if you watch
Oh
that.
my god, it is. It's so good, and it's one of the few animes in this world. And animes will be a different topic for a different day. That have punched me in the feels. Like
Yes.
literally, I shed a tear or two.
Do you want to stay tonight?
Oh god, don't get me started. But all right, I think we're done with open world for now.
Yeah.
Let's jump to. You got any favorite puzzle games?
Puzzle.
I'm not talking action puzzle. I'm just talking strictly puzzle games.
Strictly puzzle games.
I can think of one.
I don't think so. Mine also like are like half horror, half like it.
Portal.
Yeah.
The first Portal was considered a puzzle game.
And this is gonna get me a lot of slack. I never played Portal.
It's fine. I didn't play it until like 5-6 years ago. So.
Yeah, it's just I like puzzle games, but like again, I need something behind the puzzles. I can't just be puzzle and puzzle and puzzle.
They're good games.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Eric, you got a genre you want to talk about? I'm always the one naming things.
Yeah. I got one for you.
Hit me with it.
Fast paced, I can't think of the full name. Speed running games.
Oh, like a game. Oh, wow.
Ones that are super fast paced that are like.
You can beat it within no time.
Yeah.
Like an hour tops. Deadpool the game.
That is a good one. I played it a little bit.
I beat it in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I was speed running it. It sucked. I was sweating a lot. I wish I should have streamed it then.
Yeah.
That would have been great. But I didn't have my streaming platform yet. So.
Yeah. Mine has to be, and it's fairly new, Neon White.
Heard about this game.
It is insane. It is literally boom, 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 boom. Like it is fast, and I enjoy it.
I got one for you.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm making a genre unless it is already a genre. Any superhero games.
Ooh.
So this will go for Marvel and DC.
Hmm. I mean, obviously, mine is honestly any Spider-Man game. Like, they're all so good. If I had to pick, it would be a toss-up between Marvel Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 2 on the PS2.
I like Spider-Man. It was actually Spider-Man 2 was the first Spider-Man game I played. Actually, I
Mm.
watched my dad play the first like the Spider-Man the movie
Yeah,
game and
yeah,
Spider-Man 2 on the PS2 was also in a sense an open world. I mean, you couldn't leave Manhattan, but
yeah,
it was still an open world. Me, I have a few actually, if you don't mind.
yeah.
For there's two that kind of coexist with my shirt. One would be Marvel Spider-Man 2, which recently came out about a year and a half ago. Fantastic game. Its graphics is they're amazing.
Yeah.
Gadgets, the symbiotes. Oh my god, I could go on. Or the Wolverine Origins game, just
Okay.
because it was violent as hell.
Oh,
Oh, it was violent.
one I just thought of:
Uh,
Ultimate Spider-Man,
mm-hmm.
PS2, GameCube. Oh my,
Original Xbox.
yeah, that game, like it was
It was ahead
so
of its time.
good. Yeah, it was.
Next, I have two, and they're DC, believe it or not. As you can tell, I'm categorizing it. Arkham City. No,
Mm.
Knight. Arkham Knight, sorry. And the reason why, and we talked about this in a previous video, it's because I could drive the Batmobile. That's solely what it is.
Arkham Asylum. It was the first like
It
true
mhm.
feeling Batman.
And it was pinnacle. It was so good. And then when you got the remastered version, oh,
Yeah.
chef's kiss. Um, then my next one, it's gonna be a Superman one, and I talked about it
Of course.
before too. It's gonna be Superman Returns, not the movie, the
The
game,
game, yeah.
which was good because I got to wear my Superman black suit, and I was
I
happy.
haven't touched the Superman game since the 64 one.
Hey, we don't need to talk about that anymore, do we?
No. Um, I got a genre for you.
Okay.
And I don't know if you played it. Souls like. Anything that's
Yes, because Fallen Order does consider to be a Souls
Souls
like
like
game.
game, yeah.
So mine would have to be Jedi Fallen Order.
Mine is, and this is super recent, within this year, Black Myth Wukong. They say it isn't, but it is, and chef's kiss. Like
It depends. Like in my opinion, whoever they are, which are probably developers, editors,
yeah,
and all that, they don't get a say because they're not the ones that are playing it constantly.
yeah.
They play it for a couple hours and they decide, no, no, fuck that.
Uh,
Uh, here's the first one. Um, damn. So yeah, Fallen Order would be my. I heard Survivor. I played a little bit of it. It's not the same.
is it?
It's not.
I was gonna say it's $9 on the
I
Xbox.
know. That's how I know it's not the same.
I'm like,
Okay. Wow, we've touched a lot in such a short time too. Do you consider racing a sport?
no. It depends on what we're talking racing. If we're talking F1, NASCAR, if we're talking Need for
Yes.
Speed, yeah, then yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go throw my trash away. Tell us your favorite racing games. Go two and say why.
Oh, two, Need for Speed Carbon,
Hell yeah.
because it I don't know, it was my first like full on racing game on PS2, and it just primal itch to go fast, like
Go fast.
and this one left field, but it still counts. Sonic Riders for the GameCube.
I agree. Well, it's not my favorite, but I know what you're talking about. It's a very good one.
Yeah, I've been on the. If anyone finds Sonic Riders on GameCube, please let me know. I will pay money for that because it was a game that I played with some other buddies,
Yeah.
and it was just
Um. So, do you have a third one? Because I have three in my mind. That's why.
third one.
Yes.
Hmm.
I know I said two, but I have a third. I have three in my mind.
Trying to think.
Maybe four, but
It
I played a lot of racing games.
um this counts because it's technically a video game. The Initial D arcade machine. There's a local bar in the town over from me that has it, and I played it, and it's so much fun.
That's fair. All right, my turn.
Yeah,
Okay, so I'm gonna start same with Eric. Need for Speed, but instead of Carbon, I'm gonna go Most Wanted.
that is a good one.
And its story was fantastic. The cars were amazing, and I loved it that as you progress, I mean, like any game, as you progress, it's gonna get harder.
Yeah.
But they based it off of the car you had, not how far you were in the game. That's
Yeah.
what I loved about it. Midnight Club, L.A.
Mm-hmm.
Streets of L.A., which was a really good one. Buddy of mine me and him used to play it all the time. Get mad at it too at like 4 in the morning. I'm gonna go with another Need for Speed, and it's a very not liked Need for Speed one, but it's still, and it's gonna be Pro Street.
I that was very hit or miss with me. Like there was sometimes I enjoyed it, and sometimes it was
I
like,
liked it because like you got drag racing, you got drifting, you got street, and you got just any kind of racing,
yeah.
and it that's what I loved about it. I could sit there on the PlayStation 3, might I add, and play it for hours. Fourth one, it's bonus one, we'll say. Road Rage, Simpsons Road Rage.
Oh yeah.
Considered a racing game.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Which is basically, if you ever played the game Taxi, same thing but Simpsons. Which whoa!
Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, Crazy. Well, not the movie. Taxi is a movie. Crazy Taxi.
Taxi's the game. Yeah.
All right, Eric, your turn. You got a genre?
Yeah.
Hit me.
Survival horror. So like a Resident Evil esque game. I know you don't do horror, but I know you
I
probably
have a couple. This isn't gonna be widely liked because it's one of the lowest ranked Resident Evil games, but Resident Evil 5.
That is a really good one. Like
I liked it because I could do co-op with a friend.
Mhm.
That's what I liked about it.
I got a couple actually. My first one's Resident Evil 4. I am obsessed with 4. I have
That's
it.
fine.
I have it PS2. I have it VR. I have the remake.
I do have one more, but continue.
And the other one is oh, I just said it, is The Evil Within because it was made by the guys
Yeah.
who made the original.
I've watched gameplay of that too. It looks really good.
It is really good.
My other one is a really like way out of their one. It's not Resident Evil either. 7 Days to Die.
Ooh, that
Which is basically Minecraft
meets
meets anything horror. It's just
Yeah.
you have 7 days to live before a giant zombie horde rushes you.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Very, very low poly if you play it on system. I think on PC it's got a patch for graphic wise. Alright. We're gonna go sports games.
Okay.
We've talked about it enough. Eric, say give me 2 or 3. You know, and I know you didn't play a lot of sports games, but what you got?
Definitely UFC. Like, I'm trying to remember the one I played a lot of. I think it was 2.
I have that one. It's great.
But definitely UFC. I love watching it, so I enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And then SmackDown versus Raw 07.
Ooh, that was a good one.
That
first one your character could talk in too, like
Yeah.
he had a voice line if you made a created character.
I think that's why I enjoyed that one so much. And then funny enough, 2K12, NBA 2K12. Because
Really?
I would beat the living hell out of anyone that I played with on that.
Okay. Any more?
No.
So I'm gonna go.
Unless we count Mario games, but then
No,
that
that's a whole other thing. I'm gonna go SmackDown versus Raw, 2010.
Okay.
It's because you can create your own finisher. That was good.
Yeah.
And it had all the road to WrestleManias and everything. It was really fun. Although that was the one I shattered a controller on, but we don't need to talk about that. Let's just say controller meets wall. Wall always wins.
It's like the casinos.
Yes. I'm gonna say UFC 4. It's not the newest one that came out. It's the predecessor to UFC 5, which came out.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I like the controls. They were basic. They were fluent. I'm not saying that anything wrong with UFC 5, but I just bought it, so I can't say much except for it's really gory, which I like. And then last, I'm gonna go after I scratch my back. we were talking a lot about wrestling, fighting. There was this game. It's a baseball game, PS2,
I think I know which one you're talking
Slugfest or
about. Yeah.
something like that, where you peg somebody. No, hold on. I gotta think about.
Wait, pause.
Hold on. Pause. If you throw, like, if you beam the batter, if you're the pitcher, there's a chance they can catch on fire and they'll run up to the pitcher's mound and beat the shit out of you. And it's hilarious. Also, that home run derby was great.
Hmm.
But that's probably far one of my favorite baseball games. I love baseball, by the way. But yeah, one of my favorite baseball games. So I said sports. So what you got for me?
Shooter.
So are we talking FPS or the shooter in general?
We'll start with FPS.
All right.
There's so many, I know.
So I'm gonna go. I have two. Good catch,
Okay.
Miyagi. Call of Duty, but for everybody listening, I'm going with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the original, for multiplayer wise.
Yeah, that's a good one. Mine, and you know this, ODST.
Yeah, this was my second one. Actually,
Yeah.
Halo 2. But
That game, like, don't get me wrong, Master Chief does good, but to be just a regular guy against these fucking aliens is just
yeah,
great. It's like, boo.
I'm gonna throw one out there, and it's regarded as one of the most hated Call of Duties ever.
Ghost.
Yes, but here's why. It
How did
wasn't.
I get that?
It wasn't the multiplayer. It wasn't the dumb shit alien thing instead of zombies. No, it was the
The
story.
story was really
It was so good, and then you lose your, like, spoilers, by the way. You lose your brother at the end. Main character loses his brother. It's been what? We were in high school when Ghost came out.
it was like 2013.
2013.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been 11 years. We still haven't got a sequel. I want to know what the fuck happened to my brother.
It just didn't do. That's the.
I understand that, but, like, you know how much of a cliffhanger that they left us on.
Yeah.
Or I'd say Advanced Warfare had a decent storyline. Minus Kevin Spacey.
I got another one for you.
Hit me.
Titanfall 2.
Oh god, I love that game. Oh, I got a
Like,
story. Hold on. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, so my mom, you know how I love my mom dearly. She got me that and Dishonored 2 for my birthday one year. When
Two completely different games.
I and guess which one I obsessed with for I think it was 4 months straight. I'm not even kidding.
Dishonored 2?
No,
Titanfall.
Titanfall.
Oh, wow.
I became top rank amongst our friends. Like it, I.
I
that game.
remember, so funny story, and a future guest can, two future guests can
Very
say yes. Yeah, very much. Thank you. Um, the night before my 21st birthday, I had went out. It was 11 o'clock, and at the time back then,
back then.
shut up. Uh, if it was an hour before midnight, depending on the place, you could buy alcohol. Depending on the place, and also the person checking you out and everything. I bought a couple shots and everything, and I hadn't drank much then, so I went home. And I'm playing Titanfall 2 with a couple buddies of mine and everything. I walked away from one match, mind you, I was a little drunk. That's why I brought up the whole 21st thing. I had 97 minion kills and like 8 player kills. And I got messages. What do you got against the minions? I saw and I fired.
You're like, ooh, boom.
Dead. Okay, so other shooters I could think of. I mean, FPS and shooter, they're basically the same thing,
yeah.
in my opinion. So I'm gonna combine two genres into one just to save time and everything. Action adventure.
Ooh, action adventure game. There's so much that fits under that genre.
I know, and I don't have anything either.
It's like I can give you 7, but action adventure game.
I'm gonna go Breath of the Wild for the first one.
Yeah, that is a decent one. I still need to finish it, but that's besides the point.
Legend of Zelda, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know.
Yeah. Dragon Age. Like,
which one? Is there a specific one or all of them?
Origins, let me put it this way. Every year I play through Origins at least once. Every year since I discovered that game. That is
I'm the
how
same, but with Dragon Age 2.
that one's a good one. That one's a bit shorter, so I can see
Yeah.
yeah. Mm, that's a good one.
Um,
I'm trying not to lump all the fantasy ones in.
You know what? I'm gonna throw it on there because we were watching a video about it earlier. Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Specifically for me, Assassin's Creed 2. Anytime I get to play with Ezio Auditore, oh yeah, that man is my hero. He's not real.
Yeah, no, I gotta go with two
Yeah.
like that.
Especially after you meet Leonardo and you get like the machine and the gun. You get a gun right now. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The crossbow.
Yes.
Crossbow. We could sit here and talk about action adventure
For
all
hours.
night because that lumps so many games in.
And if I threw RPG at you, we would be here for literally another 25
Hold
minutes.
on.
Do I gotta move?
No. Let's talk about RPGs here. Hold on.
I don't want to move. He's gotta find it.
Nope.
I have one more genre after this, and then I think we call it.
Okay.
Just letting all the viewers know. Once you find what the hell you're looking for.
Oh, it's over there, I think. Nope. There's another one.
Here's a puppy and puppy
one,
timeout.
And the other one's sitting over there. But
Rose, it's okay.
we want to talk about RPGs.
Okay.
Can you guess which one is my favorite? Which franchise is my favorite? Oh, 16's over there as well. And then I got Rebirth over at my game
My
station.
favorite Final Fantasy, and I'll drop it on this, is Final Fantasy 7.
Oh, yeah, no. 7 is what got me into it. It's just like I got instantly hooked.
Rosie, it's okay.
Yeah, Final Fantasy.
That's the dog over there. She's
Yeah.
in puppy jail.
But
I got one more, and then we can call it classics. I'm talking Mario, Zelda, Sonic, not Dig Dug, that's too old.
that's not, I mean, it still counts.
It still counts, but yeah, like the classics, you know what I'm saying? And if swear to God, if you say Superman 64, I'm punching you with this helmet.
Funny enough, I do.
Will you just sit the hell down?
If we're talking classics, I got examples. I bring my evidence.
I don't know what I can't say it. Oh, fuck you. Oh, wait, I can top it, and you may not have it. Pokemon Coliseum or Stadium, wherever the one is.
Next Stadium.
Pokemon Stadium. I will fucking. I'm sorry. Buy an N64. Buy that game, and I will be in my room. You'll never see me again. This channel will gone because I'll be playing Pokemon Stadium.
Real quick before we end, those are the nerd shelves. I might have a problem. That's a almost 4-foot deep bookshelf that's almost full.
Jesus Christ. Eric, do you have anything to add before we sign off for the night?
Yeah, I got one question for everybody. What genre, if you had to pick one for a whole year, that is the only genre you had the chance to play, what would it be?
And why?
And why is an RPG?
No. I like Eric's.
I joke.
That's great. That's great, though. But I like that question. If you had to pick one video game genre, shooter, horror, adventure, RPG, anything, to play for a whole year, and you couldn't play that. You could play different games, but you couldn't play a different genre. Why? Leave your answers in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends. The more following, the more we get to reach out to people. Eric, you got anything last to add?
No, I need to go fight some elites real quick. So
All
we'll be back
right.
later.
Well, we are Nerdling Square, where we like nerd stuff more than Bungie likes terrifying us with Halo music. Until then, we'll see you next time.